Hi guys, welcome back to my What Stitches. Today we'll be making a 6 pieces skirt. Guys, please like and subscribe to this channel. So this is going to be our inspiration. This 6 pieces skirt is our inspiration. We're going to learn how to draft it. Thank you guys. So here I've gone ahead to roll out all my lines. Here is my waistline. Here is the waistline. And then here is the hip line. Then here is the new line. So guys, our paper is folded into two, and then we are going to now take the measurements of the wideness of the fronts that we want. Now for the wideness, you can decide to use as many inches as you want, but here I will be working with 10 inches for the front. So now to get our length, we are working with 35 inches. I will be using this paper to cut on my fabric where I will increase the length. So here we'll measure our bust panel. For you to get this part, you will divide your nipple to nipple measurement into two. Mine is 9, so here we have 4.5. I will put in the 4.5 on the waistline and also on the hip line, guys. Now, but when we get to the new line, we are going to minus half inches. So here we're going to put in 4 so that it will give us that curvy effects. So guys, we are going to take our ruler and then connect all the dots like so. So we'll connect from the waist to the hip, from the hip to the nail. Guys, our nail is not the same measurement with the waist and the hip. The hip is 4, the waist is 4, but the nail is the hip is 4.5, the waist is 4.5, but the nail is 4 inches. So we're going to use the ruler to connect it to the 10 inches, which is on fold. When you open it, you're going to get 20. So it is 10 inches on fold. That is going to be the wideness of our front of the 6 pieces. So guys, we'll now go ahead and confirm, then try to curve this particular nail curve to make sure it's not that sharp. Then we'll go ahead to cut it out for you to see our front panel. We'll be using this front panel to cut out the back panel. Now the difference between this front panel and the back panel will be just the zipper line. Yes guys, it's going to be just a zipper line. So we'll cut it out.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
So I'll go ahead and spread my pattern, another pattern. Then I'll be using this front to cut on it. Now the only difference for the front and the back will be just the zipper line. So I'll go ahead and take out 2 inches for my zipper line. I will take 2 inches from the waist down to the hem of the skirt. Then I'll connect with my ruler all the way down like so. I'll connect all the way down like so. And then I will go ahead and connect the lines for the waist, the hip, and even the nail. But first I'm going to pin it down to make sure there is no movement while I'm trying to draft out the back pattern with the front. So I will take my ruler and then I'll roll and connect all the lines from the front pattern to the back pattern. Now before then, I want to be sure that I have more than enough for the flare. Here we'll be using more than 10 inches. I will go ahead and trim it out like so. For the down, we have exact the same measurements minus the zipper line. So here we are still working with the 10 inches. We are going to be adding more when we're joining the four sides of the skirt. I will go ahead to open my zipper like so. I will just open it up for you to see, guys. So guys, there is our back pattern for the 6 pieces. Here we have 2 inches for the zipper all the way down. Then we're going to be arranging it, keep it aside, and then we're going to be cutting the 4 sides for the skirt. Now guys, we'll be using this paper for the first side. Now my paper is folded into 2, but here we need 4. So when we cut out 1, we're going to be using it to cut out extra 3. But before then, we'll be using the front panel, the front pattern, to trace out the curve before going to take our measurement. So we're going ahead to pin it down like so. We'll pin it all the way down, and then we will now extend the lines. But before extending the line, we want to make sure we connect all the curves from the waist to the hem of the skirt. You make sure your curves are in order. Then here we're going to be sure of our measurement. Now at this point, you can increase the hem of your skirts, the flare. You can increase the flare, increase it by extra 3 inches to make it more wider by the sides of the 6 pieces. So then I will come here and extend the lines. Here I'm extending the waistline. I will also come here and extend I've extended the hip line. Here I will be extending the waistline. Then here I will come and also extend the knee line like so. Then here is our waistline is our waistline is 37 inches, while the hip will be working with 44 inches. So now our waist, bearing in mind that we'll join our front pattern to it before taking our full measurements. Now we are going to measure our full waist measurement, and to join the cuts, the patterns, I'll be adding extra 1 inches, then extra 2 inches for seam allowance and ease, which is going to make it 3 altogether. So taking note of the front pattern that is already attached to the 4 sides, I will measure my hip divided by 4 plus 3 inches for joining and for allowance. Then now for the knee, you're going to measure your round knee measurements, or you just take away 2 inches from the hip line and connect it all the way down. So here I've taken away 2 inches. So here we're going to be having 12.5 for the knee. So I will be going to collect my hip curve to connect all the dots like so. I hope you understand. For the knee, we went in by 2 inches from the hip to get it curved like so. Then here, from here, we'll be dashing out to the 13 inches that we've marked at the hem of the skirt. Now, when I want to cut it on my fabric, I will come up by 2 inches from the nail to get that coffee effect from the downside of the skirt. But for now, I will just go ahead to trim it out like so.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look in the 5 and 10.
So guys, we're done cutting the patterns. Now I will be using this to cut 3 extra patterns because they're supposed to be 4. So I will use this one to trace out 3 extra of this, which we are going to be using to join both the back and the front. So guys, now when you're trimming this, you have to be careful so the upper one is not shifting, because it has to be accurate. Whatever you get here has to be the same with the other patterns. So we'll be using this one to align with the front first to see how it looks. I'm so sorry guys, my table is not that big enough to capture everything, but I'm sure you can see how it is coming out. We're going to be connecting this side and the other side together when joining to see how beautiful our pattern is. So guys, this is the front. I'll be using this pattern to cut on the fabric. So then I will increase the length of my skirt, but every other measurement will remain the same. And this is the back pattern, the zipper line in the middle, and here is the front. Guys, thank you for watching today's tutorial.